Hey everybody, your friendly neighborhood composite Santa here, and it's been a while since I've done any futile adventure videos. You know, things just, life kind of gets in the way of doing that. But it occurred to me that I've made several mentions of my Minecraft world during the futile adventures, and everything's made of cobblestone and dirt, and just kind of how different it is from pinochle. So I thought, laziness finally fell to the wayside, and I thought I'd get to just making a quick little tour of my world. Not a whole lot to see, but I figured, just give a sort of frame of reference. I think I'll do these in the approximate order in which they were built. So we will start with my desert home here, which this is the place where I actually spawned. I forget exactly where it was, probably somewhere out there, I think. But, when I had first started playing the game, I'd seen a few videos, and, I knew sort of the basics of Minecraft. So when I had first started playing, it was nighttime, quickly approaches, and I ended up building a little hidey hole over here. Now, originally, the hole only went back a couple spaces. Like, I built it from here, and then went back to about here. And I just kind of cowered and hid until, daytime, listening to monsters scrounge around and make awful noises. And then some time goes by, and, I make it a little bit bigger, a little bit larger. And my pal Pinochle, which I know him in real life, he comes over one day and goes, "Oh, I gotta set you up," because he'd been playing the game for a lot longer than me. So he actually helped me establish this place. A lot of the stuff got added later, like the chests and whatnot. But he's the one who helped me, set this place up. And for a while, this was my main home, where I got some basic materials. And originally, this was going to be the start of my mine, but that never really panned out. We will get to this tunnel at the end. Not a whole lot here, just some various little things there. The wooden tools, I was trying to get an achievement. But, I had eventually made these things, some wood and various crafting material, swords, bed. And I had built it out and finally got far enough along. I, made a little glass window, a little lake. There was some water here, so I made it bigger. There's my little pyramid here, which is sort of a lookout post. Every time I exit, I just kind of give a little look around, make sure there's nothing evil lurking about. And you also notice this pillar, this kind of beacon to let me know, from far distances where my desert home is. And I specifically made it out of sand just because it's, it's white, stands out very much. It stands out a lot in comparison to like the browns and other various colors. It was pretty fun to jump off there into the water below. So let's continue moving on to sort of the next thing that we built, because after spending some time around here, it was decided we needed to find like a different place for me to live, because there weren't any animals around. I'd also like to point out sort of the flat edges to the desert here. I've mined out a lot of sand. Like, it used to come a lot further out, like, closer to here somewhere, and I mined it like way back there. Maybe not quite that much, but a lot. After a while, we had actually followed a path, like further down there, like as where we took. But eventually, I carved this little cobblestone path out. Originally, there was no cobblestone. I added that later, just to sort of make it a little bit more obvious where the path was. But this path leads to my second, which eventually became my main home, which I can also call. Oh yeah, we came down through here, but could also call it like my little lake home or whatnot. And it looks like the game's glitching a little bit. You can see through things. There's my farm, like the crop farm and the livestock farm. We'll get to those momentarily, and that's really creepy. But we'll just follow this. Just the roof, nothing going on there. I thought I saw a creeper. And even this walkway wasn't here before. I actually eventually added this here to make it easier to get to my new little home. I'd also like to point out that there used to be a ton of trees. I've mentioned before in the videos that, I Paul Bunyan the crap out of things, as I like to say. I Paul Bunyan the heck out of forests, because I just love cutting them down. And originally, from the doorway, I couldn't see the sun when it would rise in the morning, and I didn't like that. So I eventually just cut down tons and tons of trees. I mean, there used to be a tree line pretty much where I'm outlining. I mean, all this blank space didn't used to be here. There used to be trees everywhere, and really, really large ones. And in fact, I still actually want to cut down some more. Like, I want to cut down this and a few others here, but and you'll see what I mean when I get to the doorway down there. But yeah, I've cut down a lot of trees in my time. So let's head to the home. And again, you'll notice cobblestone and dirt. I was not lying. I don't have any steel doors or precious minerals. Everything is cobblestone and dirt. Or glass and sand. So wait. Da-da-da. So now you can actually see the sun when it rises right about here. And I want to get rid of the trees that are right there. Don't know why. I just like having a clear view of the sky. And again, we'll get to the tunnel as the last thing. But this became, my second / main home. Added a lot of stuff over time, like crafting materials and the like. Dirt. Even more dirt. Stuff for the farm. Oh, the exception of the cooked chicken. Cobblestone. And I don't like hearing monsters, but... Here's the second floor to my home, which is all storage. I've mentioned before, I prefer to build big and just sort of fill in the gaps as time goes on. So even though I don't have treasure chests everywhere, I can easily add them and kind of take care of any space problems. And there's just kind of random stuff in these. And I have my little convenient cacti for destroying things I don't want. Instead of lava, which can burn things and kill you and destroy crap. Now, I don't like the fact that I'm hearing sounds. Are they coming from up here? Nope, good. This area doesn't really have a whole lot of work done on it. It's, furnaces and the like will probably garnish this whole back wall. Crafting tables will be put in here. I'll, eventually want to get an enchanting table someday. That'll go here, but it's basically just, crafting stuff, en masse. That's what the room's for. You'll also notice it's lit to hell because a creeper had actually spawned like right here. I marked it off, and again, everything made out of dirt. It was a precarious situation, but somehow I managed to kill it, and I just put torches everywhere to prevent that from ever happening again. Okay, let's go down here. I can only sleep at night, and yet it sounds like it is night. Down here is what will eventually become my mine. This one actually went a lot further down. And I'll show what's that. I'll show what that is what I meant to say. F3. So stats of where I'm at. I think I want to bring it down a little bit lower, but I have to spend 20 minutes getting back up here. But eventually that'll become my mine. I don't know why. I've just had more fun working on the surface. And even though I haven't really accomplished a lot, digging-wise and mining-wise, I still get a lot of fun out of the game. Down here was actually another mine I had begun working on. As you can see, I built like some tunnels. Probably put another one there at some point. But this is sort of like an alternate choice for me if I decide to... Oops, there we go. If I decide to make a different mine elsewhere as opposed to building down there. Hey, that was easy. Let's get ourselves back up. Probably a jump cut coming. Alright. At some point I'm going to have to replace these with actual stairs like I did here. Tunnel comes last since... Oh boy, that's nighttime. Let's rest. Okay. Do my usual pan. Now, I don't usually use this ladder, but let's go up here. Another beacon. This does not, obviously, go all the way to the top. I do want it to go all the way to the top, so I may finish that at some point. Take my little walkway, and we'll go to the farmstead. And here we have my crop farm. And I've just, before anyone makes any comments, I do know, about crop efficiency and various patterns you can put things in to maximize water versus space versus crops. But when I first made this, I purposely wanted it to be a row crop. This is actually kind of how I imagined building it, like right from the get-go. So I'm quite proud of how it came out. I may at some point make another crop that uses the space and water more efficiently, etc. But this is what I wanted to do, and I just thought it would look nice, look neater, and that's what I went for. So just so you know, I'm quite aware of all that. And then here's the meat farm. And again, another example of how I like to build big, but underutilize the space until I find the proper time to expand. This actually used to be a lot further back, like here. So I've actually doubled the size of these pens since the last time since when I had first built them. But at some point I do want to add other animals and such here, or not pigs, sorry, cows, chickens, etc. Let's see, let's go out this way. And again, cobblestone, dirt, some wood. And you also notice it's lit to all hell because monsters kept spawning here, so that was another lengthy project. It took a while before I actually stopped all the spawns. And what the... Huh. Maybe I'll try and tame that later. Here we have a little farmstead house. What's interesting is this is actually... I'm going to build it up. I need to actually reconstruct this sucker. I probably shouldn't do that now. But it's kind of hard to explain here, but the idea is each piece is going to be constructed up, and then, another square, it'll be a home, and then it'll have a little walkway, kind of like this one does, and then it will extend this way, and then it will build up, have another, square, then a walkway, then build up, square it off, walkway, and basically the home will continually zigzag upward into the sky as I add, multiple floors and additions to it. But that one will be like a guest house. This will eventually become a farm. And I'm also very proud of this, but you never need the first part of a ladder, just the second part. You can just hop up, save yourself a ladder piece. That's why I have this one piece remaining. But another good sort of angle is, you'd enter in through here. This would be the floor, this would be, the interior. Then there'd be another walkway, another way up, just like here, only it would zig this way, build up, etc. If you can picture that. Let me close this off. There we go. And again, nothing really fancy or special, not even smelted stone, just plenty of cobblestone, torches, dirt, another cactus to destroy objects with. A little ladder leading down, back into the farm. And now we shall head onward to the tunnel, which... Of everything that I've built, the tunnel is probably my greatest achievement, because I had to combat water at one point. This actually runs kind of parallel to the tunnel. The tunnel is, I think, just like a space this way, so like I'm standing over top of it now. Yeah, there it is below us. And this used to be all water, then I discovered that sand can destroy water, so that made it nice and easy. Look down inside, just to bring some light in there. So, let's go that way. Torches are about every 7 spaces along the way. I'm considering actually extending this tunnel outward into the farm, so it'd be like I might actually like have like a giant subway system of sorts, where it'll connect to the 2 homes, the farm, and anything else I make. But by running and jumping. And yes, there are some areas where there's like random copper or charcoal, things like that. At some point I'll mine those out. And ta-da! Back in the desert home. A nice little window. So that is my Minecraft world. I've actually figured out finally got it set up to where my world can actually be a server. So who knows? You may see a futile adventure or two in the future that takes place from this world as opposed from Pinocle's world. And I may just relegate us to our natural roles, where I'll let him dig all he wants in the various mines, and he can be the mole person, and I'll continue to be the sky people and work and build above ground, cut down trees, continue working on the farmhouse, and who knows? Maybe we'll have some projects where we'll strip down some of my hovels and rebuild them to make them look a little nicer, or something like that. But yeah, this is not very big, not very special. I like to consider it my sad glory, but I'm still quite proud of it all. So hopefully this gives a little perspective of the difference between Pinocle's and I's play style, as well as our various worlds. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully we'll get some more futile adventure stuff coming in the future. So until next video, I'm Composite Santa, and I'm out.